on stage. During this time, we also invite eminent musicians and theatres from West Bengal and from Chennai to perform. The Kalakshetra Foundation and other famous dancers of the city have performed over the years at SMCA. We are also proud to have a charitable trust with Mrs. Sudeshna Shaha, our managing trustee. Among many charitable works, we do include distribution of 43 computers along with Rotary Club of Madras South and Ford Foundation to different schools of value of nearly 25 lakhs. Annadanam for the underprivileged, running a free medical center and free cancer camps for old age homes, looking after homes of differently abled children and HIV positive children. In our mission for the environment, we support the planting of Miyawaki urban forestry. We supported Chennai snake and crocodile parks during the COVID period. We have also helped during national calamities. We have been successful in collaborating with other Bengal associations in Chennai to showcase our folk culture and handicrafts. All the major Bengal associations in Chennai had recently formed another association jointly to represent all the Bengalis in Chennai. A few years back, during my presidency in this organization, His Excellency, the Honorable Governor, Shri Banwari Lal Purohit, came as a chief guest and gave the inaugural address. A lot of us have spent major active part of our lives in Chennai. Though we are Bengalis, Chennai is our home and we are proud to call ourselves Chennaites. On a lighter note, we also support CSK. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thiru Maravanpalau K. Sachidanandam will now felicitate the Honorable Governor along with his team members. Thiru Maravanpalau K. Sachidanandam is felicitating the Honorable Governor with a shawl. Thiru Sachidanandam is in the process of translating Tamil literary work into Bengali language. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly give him a big round of applause. Thank you, sir. Thiru Sachidanandam will now address the gathering.
Your Excellency, Honorable Governor, Bangalara Shingho, Tamil Nadu Gorbo, Jara Mahakali Bhakto, Tadar Amara Purnam Janane. Your day, the West Bengal Foundation Day, it's a day for India. India with multicultural, multinational, multilinguistic framework is inspired by the foundation of a state called West Bengal those days. You always say West Bengal leads or the Bengalis leads India. Whatever happens today in Bengal will happen tomorrow in India. Am I right? in Chennai, you have associations and you have access to the most cultural base called Tamil language and Tamil culture. Our Honorable Governor has been speaking many times on the textual content of students, what they are studying. It is very unfortunate that we are not including our scientific thoughts which is part of our tradition, which is part of our culture, which is embedded in all our texts. We call them sacred texts because knowledge is sacred. And today I want to tell you the work of some 27 authors in Tamil Nadu. They in total sang 18,268 hymns. And we have taken those hymns to many languages, not to Bengal yet. We have taken them to Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Assamese, the neighboring Sinhalese, across Bay of Bengal to Malay, your closest neighbor Myanmar, but not yet to Bengal. So I use this opportunity. It is I heard the comparer telling no song in the world can match the song that is going to be sung today in the stage. I was so proud, I was so happy because Bengal produces such beautiful things. It is my duty to ask you to get the Tamil literature into Bengali. We study Gitanjali, we study Tagore, we look at Satyajit Roy. Our people venerate Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. If not for the Raja of Ramnath, Swami Vivekananda would not have gone to Chicago. So we have been together. So extending this, I would like to ask you and the Honorable Governor to take this text, the sacred text, they are sacred not because of divinity, but because of wisdom and knowledge to Bengal. If something can be done on those lines, I will be pleased personally, but Bengalis will benefit and the Tamils will benefit. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Vandorai Magilchiyudanum, Mana Niraivudanum Vaazha Tamil Nadu. Now let us listen to the memorable experiences of people from Bengal who have settled in Tamil Nadu. We call upon Ms. Sudeshna Bose to share her wonderful experience.
A very good morning to everyone present here. I'm Dr. Sudeshna Bose and I'm extremely honored to be speaking here in front of the esteemed dignitaries and the Honorable Governor. I'm standing here today because my mother, Ms. Manju Bose, decided to take the daunting task of settling in Tamil Nadu, an unknown land to her 20 years back. When we arrived here, this land embraced us as its own children and gave us ample opportunities to succeed. Of course, with my mother's hard work. I'm proud to belong to two states. One, Bengal, which gave me my roots and let me experience its rich culture and heritage. And Tamil Nadu, which fulfilled my lifelong dream of becoming a doctor and gave me its people as my textbook for the last 5 years in MBBS. I'm glad I can enjoy Mache Jhol and Kausha Mangsho during Durga Puja while enjoying Masala Dosa after a 36-hour shift. I'm glad I can watch Byomkesh Bakshi and Bhute Bhavisha with my cousins while watching Sita Raman and Ponniyin Selvan with my friends. I'm elated when I'm called Shona Pakhi by my mother at home, and I'm equally elated when an old party calls me Tangakutti in the ward. I'm thankful to my mother who helped me graduate from one of the most prestigious and oldest colleges in Tamil Nadu, that's Madras Medical College. I'm truly proud that my surname Bose screams that I'm Bengali wherever I go, but I'm also extremely lucky that my patients and my colleagues, the people of Tamil Nadu, accept me as one of their own. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doctor. Now we welcome Mr. C.D. Mukherjee, the President of Bengal Association, to share his valuable experience.
Thank you. We extend our gratitude to the Honorable Governor Sri R.N. Ravi and his team and the administration of their tireless efforts in organizing this event simultaneously. Their dedication and meticulous planning have made this day truly memorable for all of us gathered here. This auspicious event not only brings together the people of Bengal residing in Chennai, but also symbolizes the blend of culture that our great nation India cherishes. It is a testament to the inclusivity and diversity that defines our society, and we are privileged to have the Governor's esteemed support and presence to grace this occasion. The celebration of Bengal Day in Chennai holds immense significance to our community. It provided a platform for us to showcase the high rich heritage, vibrant tradition and myriad contribution of the Bengali community to the cultural tapestry of Chennai. It is a day of pride to unity, fostering the spirit of Bengalis and our fellow citizens of Chennai. We are deeply grateful to the Honorable Governor for recognizing the importance of Bengal Day and for honoring us with his esteemed presence. His commitment to fostering cultural harmony and promoting inclusivity resonates deeply within our hearts. This celebration is a testament to the Governor's vision of the United India, where diversity is celebrated and every community thrives. Thank you all and Jai Hind. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now we welcome Mr. Biplab Bhakta, the Secretary of the Bengal Association, to share his valuable thoughts.
Honorable Governor Sri R.N. Ravi, and distinguished guests present over here. On behalf of Bangla community, I thank you very much for bestowing this honor of celebrating Bangla Day with us today. This is a privilege we will count for many years to come. There was many examples I could probably count that captures the deep bond between our two great states of West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. But in the interest of time, let me just put on record two of them. We know that Chennai is the healthcare capital of not just India, but probably in South Asia. I can very confidently say that perhaps no community has benefited as much from Tamil Nadu's healthcare infrastructure as much as Bengal has. And this is a relationship that has deeply strengthened the entire ecosystem of healthcare in the city. Similarly, ladies and gentlemen, all of you know that Coimbatore is the Manchester of the South, given its multi-billion-dollar textile industry. I am happy to place on record the contributions of the thousands of skilled workers from Bengals that make this industry competitive, and this is truly a relationship we cherish. Honorable Governor, India is today first transforming into a multicultural and cosmopolitan society. This means from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and Gujarat to Arunachal, our brothers and sisters from all over the India will soon make other parts of India their home. As we move around for economic and social purposes, it is very important to make all of us feel home irrespective of where we are. I am happy to state that established in 1929, the Bengal Association has over the last 90 years served as the second home of Bengalis in Chennai, as a first port of call for new Bengalis arriving in Chennai. Sir, besides celebrating Bangla culture, working for the society is our best priorities. We are closely working with Tamil Nadu Labour Department to help the migrant laborers in many ways, and counseling is one of them. Trying our level best to celebrate the underprivileged children and who are the first generation learners through our Kalyani Kumar Mangalam primary school. And some of the children are present here and part of this event. Sir, they are there. So this school, they are all benefited. This is a part of the Samachir Kalvi, and the first generation leaders are helping. Honorable Governor, on behalf of the entire community, we place our gratitude on record for today's celebration. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now we request the Honorable Governor to felicitate the eminent personalities. Applause, resounding applause. Dr. Devashish was a senior resident in surgery at JIPMA for 3 years, and he has submitted several papers in surgery too. Thank you, sir. The Honorable Governor will now felicitate Thiru Pradyot Bhaumik with a shawl. Thank you, sir. The Honorable Governor will now felicitate Tirumaravanpulau K. Sachidanandam with a shawl and a memento. All the three dignitaries on the dais have been felicitated by the Honorable Governor with a shawl and a memento, a symbol of the rich traditional heritage of Tamil Nadu. Thank you, sir. The Honorable Governor will now felicitate Dr. Jyotirmay Biswas and Dr. Shubhra Biswas. Dr. Jyotirmay Biswas is a renowned ophthalmologist who has specialized in uveitis and ophthalmology pathology. Dr. Shubhra Biswas is an eminent social worker and the founder of charitable dispensary for poor women and children named Shri Sharada Seva Kutir. The beautiful couple, they are being felicitated by the Honorable Governor for their renowned service to the society. Thank you, sir. The Honorable Governor will now felicitate Dr. Subhashish Ghosh. He is a famous physicist in the Institute of Mathematical Sciences in Chennai since 2006. And Professor Ghosh is considered the first in India to work on quantum information theory for his PhD. Following Dr. Subhashish Ghosh, the Honorable Governor will felicitate Dr. Sugato Datta, who is a member of the Indian Forest Service with 36 years of dedicated service to the cause of wildlife conservation in Tamil Nadu. Following Dr. Sugato Datta, the Honorable Governor will felicitate Dr. Soma Guthakurta, who is a cardiothoracic surgeon with 34 years of experience in clinical practice and later switched over to the research and academia. Following Dr. Soma Guthakurta, the Honorable Governor is felicitating Dr. Soma Guthakurta. Following Dr. Soma Guthakurta, the Honorable Governor will felicitate Dr. Siddhartha Ghosh. He is one of India's foremost neurosurgeons. Following Dr. Siddhartha Ghosh, the Honorable Governor will felicitate Professor Sarit K. Das. He is currently a professor at the IIT Madras. He has been the former director at IIT Ropar and also the former dean of academic research at IIT Madras. Professor Sarit K. Das will now be felicitated by the Honorable Governor. Professor Sarit K. Das will be followed by Master Supreet Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, the eminent personality who is going to be felicitated by the Honorable Governor is Master Supreet Paul. He is currently studying in grade 6 and recently he has secured the first rank in the International Space Olympiad ISO 2021-2022 and he has been awarded a free visit to NASA, a medal and a roll of honor. He has also received the Certificate of Achievement in Distinction by securing the 10th rank in Spelby International 2023. Thank you. The Honorable Governor will now felicitate the performers of various cultural fiesta. The artists from Bengal Association will now be felicitated by the Honorable Governor for their splendid performance and we welcome Tirusidi Mukherjee, the President, to receive the felicitation from the Honorable Governor. It was a great cultural extravaganza and I'm sure it deserves a big round of applause from our audience. The young talents from Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan will now be felicitated by the Honorable Governor. So we have the speakers, Thiru Master Meghnad, who is receiving the War Exam Warriors, Master Bishal Kumar Kamrui for his splendid speech in Bengali, and the other performers of the day are receiving the book, The Exam Warriors, from the Honorable Governor. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We now request the Honorable Governor to address the gathering.
Respected Dr. Devashish Roy, Chairman of the Bengal Association, through Pradyot Bhaumik, President South Madras Cultural Association, through Maravan Pulav K. Sachidanandan, distinguished guests present here, brilliant artists, those who performed, members of various associations, Bengalis and mixed associations, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, young students, friends from the media, gracious ladies and gentlemen, I extend my warmest greetings and best wishes to all of you and all my Bengali brothers and sisters wherever they are on this Foundation Day of West Bengal State. At the very outset, I would like to express my sense of gratitude to all of you, all the associations, those who made this event memorable. It is, in fact, I use the word guest. You are not guest, you are the one who are doing it. It's your show. You made it memorable. Thank you very much. I would like to thank the brilliant artists, all the performances, each one of them was simply scintillating. You gave a brief yet very, very powerful presentation of the rich cultural Bengali heritage. This event being celebrated in Chennai, it makes it special because Bengal and Tamil Nadu, these two states, in many ways have shaped the idea and identity of our country, Bharat. While Tamil Nadu, with its 7,000 years old cultural, spiritual, philosophical heritage have largely maintained I should say, the purity of the very idea of Bharat. Bengal going through the turbulence for almost about 1,000 years, facing odds and events. It has not only preserved, it has also ignited and illuminated the idea of Ek Bharat, Shreshth Bharat all these centuries. So as a country remains very proud of both these states, their rich cultural, intellectual and spiritual heritage. Bengal, we know how, it has been a land which has given rise to so many noble and revolutionary ideas, philosophies. From time to time, which has not only enriched our Indian heritage, but in fact it has been an asset to the entire humanity. When we start recounting the contribution, one always runs the risk of losing lot many. You name some and you run the risk of losing so many, because how do you shortlist? Bengal has produced countless genius in every field. We know literature, art, music, philosophy, spirituality, revolutionaries. Name the field of human development, name the field of what defines the humans as an elevated species, and you find contribution of Bengal in that. The country owes a lot to Bengal for its contribution in the national freedom movement. It is the Bengal that gave us Vande Mataram. The call which energized the whole of country, which ignited the passion for the freedom of motherland, all parts. It's Bengal that inspired people like Bankim Chandra, who inspired our Bharatiyas, great revolutionary Mahakavi Subramaniam Bharati. To sing the song and energize the people to march towards the freedom of our land. When Bharatiya talked about Bharat Mata, the Bharat Mata, which was portrayed and projected, perhaps one of the pioneers were the people of Bengal who did it. When Bharatiya talked about Bharat Mata, and he talked copiously, and every couplet, every sentence of his is so pithy and so pregnant with meaning and emotion that it defies a limited explanation. But when he said that Bharat Mata Seppu Modi Padanetrudia Enel Chintanai Ondrudia, Bharat Mata speaks in 18 languages, but her heartbeat is one. She thinks in one. This is Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat. We know Tagore, Gurudev. We know Sarat Chandra, Chattopadhyay, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. As I said, you name some and you run the risk of missing so many others, countless others. When we think of the national awakening, how can we miss Swami Vivekananda? And the greatness of Ramakrishna Paramhans, the divine soul who touched and turned Narendranath into Swami Vivekananda. What a great alchemy. And when that young Rishi or Yogi, Swami Vivekananda, with the blessings of Ramakrishna Paramhans, when he moved around the country to see what this Bharat was at that point of time. And he traveled all along, and after covering almost all part of the country, he landed in this land. Here, he also learned Saiva Siddhanta, which further added to his spiritual understanding and evolution. But he was agitated. He was in anguish. A country which was so prosperous, so rich. Today some of our young people find it difficult to believe, but the fact remains that India was the richest and the most advanced countries until the beginning of 19th century. And this is not something that I am saying, this is something which has been stated by the experts. The committee is constituted by the international bodies. OECD had constituted a committee to understand the economic history of humanity since the beginning of first century. And the trigger was in 1972 when Paul Barroch, an economic historian, a British economic historian, when he published a paper, he said that Europe at the time, Europe became rich in last 200 years, US in last 100 years. It was India which was the economic powerhouse of the world for previous 1800 years. The rich and advanced countries found it difficult to believe it. So the OECD country constituted a committee to study and debunk what Paul Barroch had said. And the OECD committee published the report in 1982. And it is available on the internet. Those of you who are curious may just tap it on your tablet. World economy millennial perspective, and it will throw up the result. From the 1st century till the 18th century, India was the largest GDP in the world. There were in between, there was a competition with China. So that too towards 13th, 14th century. But this country became so deprived, so emasculated, so helpless, that Swami Vivekananda he kept wondering, why? And then when he reached Kanyakumari, and there we know the famous rock, the rock made famous with the presence of Swami Vivekananda. When he meditated over this rock for several days, and then he realized this country, suffering from such an inferiority complex, a complex which has been induced by design by the colonial powers. The country has to be conscious of its selfhood. Country has to be proud of itself. The country has to sense of nation and nationalism. And that is the call which he gave. And that is the one which he demonstrated in his Chicago address, famous Chicago address. And even after that address, when he told the world that, look, you call India a dark country. This is Indian civilization, Indian spirituality. And when he established, he put the flag of Indian culture and civilization. When he returned, the first port of call was Chennai. He came here. It was here that Ramakrishna Mission was, as a mission, as a mutt, was established. And from there the call spread over the country. The call of an awakening of a new India. A new India which must be conscious of its past and must be also committed to its destiny of a bright future to be the leader of the world. It was Bengal that gave us great revolutionary saint Sri Aurobindo. Sri Aurobindo, we all know he was a great revolutionary. But at some point of time, in his Pondicherry as we call it, he has to spend the rest of his life. And there, through study, introspection, meditation, reflection, when he realized at the time, he gave a new light to the world. The new light to the world that he gave is one thing which we all know. But one thing which he also did on 15th of August when India became independent, on that very day, Rishi Aurobindo jotted down his dreams for India. India is dreams for India. He said 5 dreams. And when he put the preface of the 5 dream was, the whole essence of the 5 dream was rise of India for the benefit of humanity, for the benefit of planet. And the prefaced it by saying that, look, because Rishi Aurobindo's time was a very turbulent time. He had witnessed 2 devastating world wars, colossal loss of humanity, millions and millions had perished. And he had also witnessed the unimaginable destructive power in the hands of humans when the nuclear weapons were dropped at Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Never before people realized that humans have the capability of such a massive self-destruction. So the world, which was at war with each other, in various ideologies, various political beliefs, capitalism, communism, in between, numerous isms, and equipped with such unimaginable destructive power. What was the fate of humanity? And Rishi Aurobindo pondered, was it self-destruction? And then he said, no, it is not self-destruction. It is evolution to the higher plane of consciousness. From jada, innate, to the Chaitan, Jiva, to the Manushya, and Manushya has to rise to the next and ultimate level of consciousness, where there realizes the truth, that oneness that says one in all, the same. What our ancient rishis have said, Atmavat sarvabhuteshu, Mamatma sarvabhuta atma. Avibhaktam cha vibhakteshu, the one who is undivided looks divided. That truth, that consciousness has to rise. And for that, who will do it? Because once one rises to that level of consciousness, differences dissolves, they drop. We all become part of a family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Here in Tamil we say, Yadumure Yavanum Kela. We are all part of it. And then he says, in the entire universe, Earth is the only evolutionary planet where life is evolving. And on this evolutionary planet, India, the Bharat, is the only country where this realization came thousands and thousands of years ago, that we are all one. We are all manifestation of the same divine. Whether we humans, animals, plants, we are all children of the same divine. We are part of a family, a kutumbam. This realization that came in this country several thousand years ago, it came only to Bharat. And so, Rishi Aurobindo said, was it accidental? Was it just a coincidence? He said, no. It is a divine mandate. It is a divine mandate that India, this consciousness came to this country. And hence it is the divine obligation of India to spread this consciousness to the rest of the world. We are all part of a family. And with this, Rishi Aurobindo said, India must rise. Because only when you rise, this philosophy was there with us for several thousand years. But people didn't listen much, didn't care much. Shukraniti says, Valino vasagaha sarve durbalasya cha shatruva. If you are weak, you are surrounded by enemies. If you are strong, you have friends around. So India must grow strong enough so that its message of oneness, universal oneness, is appreciated and accepted by the rest of humanity. And that's the only way the humanity can be saved. And this came from a son who was born on Bengal soil. What a gift. And when we are celebrating this 20th June as a West Bengal Foundation Day, while we celebrate the culture, the spirituality, the intellectual depth and richness and revolutionary fervor of Bengali community, we also remember one thing. This day is also a reminder that under what circumstances this 20 June was chosen. One question that there are many questions of Indian history, not very ancient, but history of independence movement, which has not been, or which are yet to be researched adequately, is one question that when, in 1905, when Lord Curzon, the then Viceroy, partitioned Bengal, the whole country rose in arms. Here, Bhau Chidambaram Pillai, he revolted. Bhartiyar revolted. Many people here, in this land, they revolted against partition of Bengal. Whole country. But what happened 41 years later? That country was partitioned and we became just a mute witness. What transpired in the last then, subsequent 41 years? This is something to be researched. When on the 16th of August 1946, when the Muslim League passed a resolution for direct action, that if Pakistan was not created, there would be direct action, violence. And when it became obvious that British, in collaboration, in connivance with the League, they wanted to partition Bengal. Bengal was to go to Pakistan because that was a Muslim majority and they wanted division on communal line. It was at that point of time that people of Bengal, they said, no, this is not acceptable. And then Bengal Legislative Assembly on this day in 1947 passed a resolution, Bengal must be divided. We cannot let it go to Pakistan. And that saved Bengali culture or Bengali heritage, the pride that we have. It is also a day of reminder that look, we have to learn lessons from history. A nation cannot be divided on the line of religion, on the line of race, on the line of language. The nation is supreme. The nation is first. This must be imbued in the heart of every Indian. This day, Bengal Day, is important in many ways. While we celebrate the richness, we also remember the richness of Bengali culture and heritage. We also remind ourselves of the fact that one must be, the nation must be vigilant against any kind of forces that weaken us. This is a beautiful garden. This is a beautiful basket, bouquet. It's like, this country is like a mighty tree. A big, huge tree has millions of leaves. No two leaves are alike. Nature does not replicate. No two leaves are alike. But beyond the tree, it has no existence. It is one part of a family. It's like petals of a flower which has hundreds of petals. No two petals are alike, and yet each one is integrally connected. Beyond the flower, petal has no existence. This is the beauty of Bharat. We have to celebrate. And this is what we mean when we say unity in diversity. Diversity has been celebration, has been our strength. Unfortunately, over the time, attempts have been made to turn into a weakness. No. Long back, several thousand years ago, in the period of Vedas, when the Rishi said, Eko sada vipra vaudha vadanti, truth is one, it is expressed variously, numerously. Fine, perfect. There couldn't be a more wonderful philosophy of inclusivity that you pursue the faith, the pantha that you wish, but we are all one. That is the beauty of our heritage. That is the beauty of Bharat. And today, on this day, on this West Bengal Day, we are celebrating it in this land, a holy land of Tamil Nadu. I wish all my friends present here and all my Bengali friends, wherever they are in the world, once again, all the very best in their life, in all their endeavors. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We thank the Honorable Governor for praising this beautiful.
And we thank the various Bengali Association for organizing great cultural events and to place for the national anthem. Jana Gana Mana Adithanar